We're back for our daily NBA best bets here on Thursday, October 30th. There are only 4 games today in the National Basketball Association, but we have our 5 best bets, obviously, for this slate. We're just going to double up with one game and do both a spread / money line pick and a best player prop. So again, 4 best bets today for the National Basketball Association. And folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA best bets here on the channel. Tomorrow morning on the channel, our MLB best bets for World Series game number 6 between the Dodgers and the Jays. The Jays have taken a 3-2 lead going back up to the 6 to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, so they will have home field advantage for the rest of the World Series, and they look to put it away again tomorrow in game number 6. So best bets for that will be tomorrow morning. Also on the channel, go make sure to check out our college football predictions. Over 4 hours of college football predictions for week number 10, and our NFL predictions are up on the channel as well. Okay, let's get into the first now of our 5 best bets for this 4-game slate of basketball. And also, folks, on Greedo Plays MMA, our UFC Fight Night Garcia versus Onama full card predictions. We're going to have best bets for that fight card later today as well. Okay, on to the first of our 5 best bets. We're going to kick things off with the Orlando Magic on the road in Charlotte, North Carolina against the Charlotte Hornets. So we had a good day yesterday, right? Injury to Trae Young, so that kind of voids the play we had there. Lauri Markkanen dominates. The Magic go on the road and lose to Detroit, so we got that one. And the Memphis Grizzlies, John Morant game winner, they go out and beat the Phoenix Suns. And how about Austin Reeves? Now, he didn't put up 40 like him and Luka had been doing every single night, but AR with a game-winning floater, and the Lakers win. Now, we had the spread on that, but regardless, we win. So 4-0 day. You can say 4-1 if the Trae Young bet that you put. I mean, if you bet the Trae Young player prop didn't void. So 4-0 / 4-1 day, but really good day on the channel yesterday. Looking for more of the same. So yesterday we picked against the Magic, and I thought it was a pretty good play on my end. That game went into halftime tied. I think Detroit had a 1-point lead, but the Pistons ended up pulling away. The million free throws shot by both teams in that game couldn't really get Orlando out of it, and really every time Orlando scored, Detroit would just match it, and obviously they had a lead for most of that second half. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the problems I had yesterday with Orlando still stands. Like, I don't love the fact that they're not playing good defensively at all. Like, I absolutely hate that, because this is the team, one of the few teams in basketball still that are built around playing good, solid defensive basketball. And when you're continuously getting scored, when you're getting 130-point nights put on you every single night, boy, do I hate that. I mean, again, that's just not how they play. And obviously, they've been on the wrong side of the stick, right? Wrong side of the stick? I don't know if that's the right saying. They've been on the wrong side of the equation. I don't know. Anyways, they've been on the wrong side of the equation when it comes to high-scoring games. Again, we said it yesterday. Orlando had barely been in games last season where either team scored 130 points. And when they did last season, they were victorious. Well, so far this season, they've had back-to-back games now where they've given up 130 points. And obviously, they have not scored 130 either. So I hate it that, I don't even know if it's a mindset change, but it's just, you're not the same team anymore. You don't play with the same principles as you once did. And now here you are. You're 1-4. You went out and got Desmond Bane in the offseason and paid a lot to go out and get Desmond Bane. And yet you're a 1-4 team, and you've lost now 4 in a row to Atlanta, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Detroit. So what this is the ultimate buy low spot on the Orlando Magic. They should not go to Charlotte, North Carolina and lose. I will be damned if they walk into Charlotte and lose this basketball game. Okay? The Hornets, 2-2, coming off a loss in Miami, of course, in the Terry Rozier Invitational. Charlotte goes on the road and gets blown out. The Heat put up 144 points on them, and that's kind of what we want to see. We want to see Orlando putting a bunch of points on Charlotte. Now, again, I'm not going to expect Orlando to play really good defensive basketball because we just haven't seen it so far with this new squad, but I do think they can score. Right? I mean, I think they've been playing a lot more up-tempo, than they used to at least. But that's okay. I mean, again, we're going to see points out of Banchero. You're going to see Franz Wagner get to the free throw line. I mean, just yesterday, right? Banchero and Franz Wagner shot a combined 28 free throws. And I get it, second night of a back-to-back. I said early in the season I was going to look to stay away from second night of back-to-backs quite often. However, in this particular circumstance, I think too much is being put on the fact that they are in a second night of a back-to-back. I like this quite a bit. I don't know why, again, the Hornets are getting this much respect here. I get it, they're 2-2, but, I mean, this is more than just on paper, but, to a certain extent, on paper, the Hornets should not hang with this Magic team. They just shouldn't. A Hornets team, by the way, that's still without Brandon Miller, and they've been playing their last couple games without Miller in the lineup, but still, I don't think the Hornets are going to be able to beat Orlando here. I'm not going to take points, right? I mean, hell, I know Memphis yesterday closed as a 1.5 or a 2-point favorite, but we, stood on the money line, and obviously if we had -2.5 or -1.5 for Memphis yesterday in Phoenix, we would have lost the bet. So we're going to stay money line and not really have to worry about how many points Orlando wins by, because this is a team right now that's not looking to blow a team out. They're just looking for a victory. I mean, what are the odds, by the way, Orlando loses 5 straight games? Because if they do, I think we can completely chalk Orlando of being a contender this season. We're 6 games into the year. You can't start 1-5 with this team and losing to the teams you're losing to, especially Charlotte. I know Philadelphia's playing better than we thought they were, so I guess I can't really put too many teams in that. But I mean, it's a step down, man. Atlanta's playing good basketball. Chicago's undefeated still. Shout out to Josh Giddey and the guys. They're the number 1 seed currently in the Eastern Conference. Philly's, been good this season, but they're playing Tyrese Maxey 48 minutes a night. And the Pistons, obviously, I thought were better than the Magic last night, and they were. I get it, second out of a back-to-back. I think Orlando's able to get it done. Charlotte, simply put, is not on their level. Again, we're going to see an aggressive effort out of LaMelo Ball tonight. I think the rookie, Ryan Kalkbrenner, has been pretty good this season. Miles Bridges, obviously, still in the rotation as well, still starting. But I'm going to go with Orlando to pick up the victory here. We just need them to shut down this Charlotte offensive attack a little bit, and we should be fine. So I'm going to go Orlando. Again, I know what Charlotte wants to do. They want to score, and they want to score in a hurry. They're going to take quick shots. Melo's going to take shots, obviously, from LaMelo range. It's just his own thing, I guess. But I got to go with Orlando here. Give me the Orlando Magic to go on the road to Charlotte. Dare I say it's my favorite bet of the day? I think it may be. No, it is. Yeah, it has to be my favorite bet of the day. There might be one in a second, actually. And the one that is close for me is this one. Nope, not this one. Okay, I scrambled the games. Okay, I thought the Bucks game was coming up next. It's not. This is not my favorite bet of the day. It's coming next. Okay, it's either the Magic or the next bet. Anyways, this is one of the 5, and we are going to the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Washington Wizards. So it's tough to pick anything in this game because I think we all know what this game's going to end up being. The Oklahoma City Thunder are one of 3, I believe, undefeated teams in basketball still, right? I know Chicago's undefeated. San Antonio's undefeated, and I think the only other team is Oklahoma City. Could be wrong there. Philly's 4-0. That's wild. Regardless, the Thunder are one of 4 undefeated teams in basketball. I mean, I don't think there's any debate who the best team in the NBA is right now. It's the Chicago Bulls. No, I'm joking. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder, obviously, with the best player in the National Basketball Association as well in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder are yet to really just blow a team out and get to a point where they can just rest their starters in the fourth quarter. This is that game. And I get it. No Jalen Williams still. Isaiah Joe's questionable. He might play this game, but no Chet Holmgren. That sucks. You're missing 2 out of the big 3. I don't care. This team, just with SGA alone, will be able to put belt here on the Washington Wizards. But the reason I like Aaron Wiggins so much is that Wiggins will play so many extended minutes in this game. There's a very good chance he'll definitely start in this game. And we're going to see around 35 minutes for Aaron Wiggins in this spot with no Chet, no J-Dub. I mean, there's not many scorers in that starting lineup now. It's SGA. Lou Dort's going to hit his corner 3. Hartenstein, yeah, you can feed Hartenstein down low, and he's going to hit that, that little not post shot, that little, short hook shot, I guess, the floater that he always hits. But Caruso's not looking to score. I mean, AJ Mitchell will be, playing. Cason Wallace will play. Jay will play. Jalen Williams. Not Santa Clara, Jalen Williams. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for Aaron Wiggins in this game, man. Aaron Wiggins so far this season has averaged 14.5 points. The line tonight is 15.5 points, but that's not too crazy when you consider he might be number 2 tonight behind Shai. He might be. And you look at what he did in his last game against the Sacramento Kings. 34 minutes for Aaron Wiggins. He takes 15 shots, hits 7 of them, hits 4 from beyond the arc, and that's obviously where we're looking to do the most damage tonight. That's going to be with the 3 ball out of Aaron Wiggins, but 18 points on 4 of 10 shooting from beyond the arc, 7 for 15 from the field, no free throws. I'm going to take that. I'm going to absolutely take that. I mean, if we can continue to see that production and continue to see that level of volume shooting for Aaron Wiggins, this is going to be an easy line. Games prior to that, played 27 minutes in back-to-back nights in Atlanta and in Dallas, scored 9 and 11 points, respectively, in those games. Just couldn't hit the 3 ball, and that's okay, right? Goes 1 for 4 from beyond the arc in the Atlanta game, 1 for 6 from beyond the arc in the Dallas game. If we can just, hone in those 3-point shots, we'll be fine, because look at the game he played against the Indianapolis Pacers, the Indiana Pacers in Indianapolis. By the way, the Pacers still haven't won a game yet. Ooh, Adam Silver, just reward them with AJ, Reward them for AJ, and they'll be back with Tyrese next season. No, they're still going to make the playoffs, I think. I don't know. Everyone's hurt. Obi's out for a month now, too. I mean, Pascal Siakam's going to put up ridiculous numbers this season because Aaron Nesmith, he can't perform without Hallie. Where the Pacers are playing Mac McClung every single night. Like, oh, my goodness. Anyways, Aaron Wiggins against the Pacers, 36 minutes, 23 points on 5 of 9 shooting from beyond the arc. No Chet in the lineup. No Jalen Williams still in the lineup. You're going to see, obviously, that uptick in production for Aaron Wiggins, and I expect him to continue to shoot the basketball at will. So I'm perfectly fine with this play, man. I think we're going to see a lot of production out of Aaron Wiggins. 16 points is not asking too much, and I know, again, the first thing you think of Wizards Thunder is probably blowout, and I can assume so. I know they played a competitive game against Philadelphia, and a game that they were winning by quite a lot of points, and they blew it at the end. It did still cover. They pushed, but it is what it is. That was Philly coming off a second out of a back-to-back. Game was in Washington. Philly had to, again, deal with the travel and whatnot. This team got blown out by the Charlotte Hornets over the weekend. And we were on Washington, and that was the last time I'm ever going to be on Washington. So, take that one, I guess, with a grain of salt. But, I mean, the Wizards have won one game all year long. They beat the Dallas Mavericks. They got blown out by the Bucks. They got blown out by the Charlotte Hornets. We just faded today with the Orlando Magic. And, yeah, again, they played a competitive game against Philadelphia. But I think when you really look at that competitive game against Philly, second out of a back-to-back for the Sixers, bunch of injuries for the Sixers, I'm not too concerned about that. So, my point with all this being is Aaron Wiggins will still get run late into the game, even when it is a blowout. Sure, they might take out SGA, maybe they'll take out Isaiah Hartenstein and Lou Dort. Aaron Wiggins is not a permanent starter for this team. He will not start when everyone's healthy, so they're going to be fine running Aaron Wiggins deep in the game, even when the result is already basically been confirmed. So, I'm okay with this spot, man. Aaron Wiggins over 15.5 points. Again, last game against Sacramento, 18 points. We expect that same type of volume and same type of minute share as well. Give me Aaron Wiggins over 15.5 points here at home for the Thunder against the lowly Washington Wizards. Next up, we go on to, again, the bet that I was talking about, maybe my favorite bet. Let's go now to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Here he is, Miles Turner. Yep, the Miles Turner hate watch continues in 2025. He's not the reason Milwaukee's winning, and I'll give Milwaukee a lot of credit. They're playing good basketball, okay? They really are. I'll give Giannis all the credit in the world. My goodness, the season Giannis Antetokounmpo is having so far is just absurd. The reason they're 3-1 is not, though, because of Miles Turner. You can arguably say the reason the Bucks are 3-1 is because of everyone in that starting lineup except for Miles Turner. And that's not me just hating Miles Turner. Watch the games. He is the last reason why they win. That everyone in the starting lineup produces except for him. Ryan Rollins. The game Ryan Rollins had against the New York Knicks, my goodness. I mean, had me questioning a lot of things. Ryan Rollins couldn't miss a shot against the New York Knicks. 25 points, 8 for 11 from the field, 4 for 4 from beyond the three-point line. Unbelievable stuff, okay? AJ Green hits three-point shots when you need him to. Gary Trent hits big-time shots. Giannis does literally everything. He scores, he assists, he gets boards. Sometimes, again, he'll hit his random 1 3-pointer a game. What does Miles Turner do? Nothing. He just does cardio. He'll get some cool blocks. Yeah, because he gets beat. That's what, I mean, oh my goodness. I feel like Miles Turner is getting worse. I honestly feel that. I feel like he's getting worse. I don't know what happened to this guy when the postseason started. He was not very good in the playoffs last year, to a point where, there was discussion like, is Tony Bradley a better fit right now? Is Thomas Bryant playing better ball than Miles Turner? Because Turner couldn't hit threes in the playoffs, and he was just getting beat down defensively. Now, again, he's going to give you blocks. That's what he'll do. Like, if there's anything I can guarantee you Miles Turner will do, that will be blocks. But, no, the hate watch has continued this season for Miles Turner. I don't care. I don't care. And this is, again, this under for Miles Turner, the points being at 12.5, is not just of hate watch. Watch the games they're actually played. And I'll get into the matchup in a second. Again, the Bucks are playing the Golden State Warriors tonight. But he's gone over this once so far this season. Okay. Look at how he's shooting. He can't hit a three. This season, guys, Miles Turner at the 3-point line is, trying my math right, 5 for 22. Shooting 23% from the 3-point line. From the field, he shoots 34%. You're a center. And I get it. Yes, Giannis takes up Giannis takes up basically all of those close, inside shots. Sure. How do you shoot 34% for a center? I mean, you literally, you're 7 feet tall. But, you can dunk the basketball and, uncontested half the time. I get it. It's not how Miles Turner plays. I feel like he's been so horrible in Milwaukee, man. He doesn't really grab rebounds. Again, he averages 6 boards a night. Again, it's not really what you want is out of your center, and I get it. Giannis is going to take up a lot of that as well, but my goodness, has Miles Turner just been awful? And there's less and less confidence with him shooting the ball. And I get it. The matchup specifically for Miles Turner tonight may not be that horrible, considering it's either going to be Draymond Green or it's going to be Al Horford. Now, the Warriors aren't going to start Horford anymore. At least I don't think they're going to, so going forward. So it's going to be Draymond Green. All right, Draymond's going to have this dude not in a box, but I mean, I feel like Draymond's just too physical for Miles Turner. There, I said it, Draymond's not going to completely abandon the three-point shot. Yeah, again, Draymond's not that big. It's not like Miles Turner ever uses his size to his advantage. Guys, it's not like Miles Turner is going to try to back down Draymond just to, hit a little, post hook on him. It's like, it's not going to happen. That's not what he does. Like, yeah, okay, maybe he'll grab a couple more boards, but it's not like, it's not like he's a great rebounder. Like, there's a very good chance Kuminga straight up just out-rebounds Miles Turner tonight, and I would not be surprised in the slightest, okay? So the under today, under 12.5 points is that, yeah, that's great for us. Because, again, the way Milwaukee plays, and we went over this before the New York game, and obviously I was very disappointed in how the New York Knicks played, and, I just, whatever, I hate the Knicks. It's okay, though. Again, we had a great day yesterday to get it all back, but regardless, right, the Bucks are the same thing. It's Giannis attack the basket. Either, you decide to fold inside and collapse everyone into the paint and make it tougher on Giannis, or you let Giannis go one-on-one with your center, essentially, after he beats your first guy down low. You do that, obviously, or you can, obviously you can pitch inside, and then Giannis kicks it out, which leaves AJ Green open for 3, which leaves Gary Trent for 3, which leaves Ryan Rollins for 3, and it also, most of the time, will leave Miles Turner, too. I'm telling you, that team's gonna have no faith in Turner by November, by December, because of how many three-pointers he's missing. He has not had a good night from beyond the three-point line yet. Maybe it's because, again, he's playing in a new city. Oh, these fans respect me. Oh, I'm actually gonna get treated like the player that I'm gonna get treated with the respect I deserve. You had your own cheering section in Indiana. They loved you over there, and you decided to say, no, it's the fans' fault that I left. Really? If anything, blame the organization for not paying you more, which I don't even know about that. But, blame the fans. Yeah, way to go, man. Way to go. Way to go. Keep taking shots at the Pacers. Your career is going to go to nothing in Milwaukee. Am I hating a lot? I am. I don't care. Your career in Milwaukee is going to turn to nothing. Oh, I was always in trade discussions every single year. You're gonna let NBA Twitter affect the way that you view a fan base? How about the kids who actually go to the games and have Miles Turner jerseys? How about people who? It's okay. The hate watch for Miles Turner continues. Under 12.5 points. This is beyond a hate watch. Watch how he's played this season. Watch how he's played. The Warriors are going to be. Again, it's going to be all the focus on Giannis, and it's not even like Turner's going to make them pay at the same time. So I'm going to go under 12.5 points for Miles Turner. It's at minus 130. Hopefully we have a successful hate watch tonight, and Turner does not score 13. Oh, by the way, he's done that once all year long, so I doubt it happens tonight. Next up, we are going with 2 bets for this game. So here's the other one. I know I just talked all that crap about Miles Turner, and I'm still taking the Milwaukee Bucks. That might sound crazy. I understand. Guys, I'm telling you, though, this team wins, and it's not because of Miles Turner. Miles Turner is the last reason why the Milwaukee Bucks win basketball games, okay? They're going to win tonight, and Miles Turner is not going to do diddly squat, okay? He will not contribute to this team tonight. I can guarantee it. I don't love the Warriors here. I don't. On the road in Milwaukee against a Bucks team that on paper, sure, doesn't make sense the Bucks are playing this well. No, it doesn't actually. It doesn't make sense why Milwaukee's, 3-1 and they're dominating, well, not dominating, but they're finding ways to beat the Knicks. They went to Toronto and, got a gritty victory against the Raptors. But, you know the reason why. Again, on paper, the team's god-awful, right? You lose Damian Lillard, right? You're just... look at this team. The starting lineup is Ryan Rollins, AJ Green, Gary Trent, Giannis, and Miles Turner. It's literally just Giannis and friends. The reason they're so good, though, look at what Giannis does every single night. Guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo averages 36.5 points a game, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists. Yep. Ryan Rollins is their second leading scorer with 15 a night. Again, the only shot he pretty much takes is a three-point shot. Same with Gary Trent, who averages 13.5, and same with AJ Green, who averages 12 points a night. They all do the same thing. And it's not like they have a good bench unit. It's pretty pitiful, honestly. I witnessed early fourth quarter. This is why I was just so pissed about the Knicks the other day. I witnessed that game on Peacock the other day in the fourth quarter where the Bucks took Giannis, Gary Trent, and I think it was Ryan Rollins out of the game. Yeah, they took all three of them out of the game. I think it was just AJ Green. They took Trent, Giannis, and Rollins out of the game early fourth quarter. And the Knicks still had Cat out there. I don't think Brunson was playing, but they still had, reasonably, good players out there. And guys, you'd expect, okay, like this is the part of the game where the Knicks pull ahead and then the Bucks bring Giannis back in. They bring Rollins back in to try to make their big push to try to win the game at the end. Well, the Knicks just traded buckets. Well, really, no, they didn't trade buckets. Nobody scored. I think, like, when Giannis was off the court for a whole, 6 minutes, it was like each team scored like 5 points. Each team maybe scored like eight points of that in 6 minutes. It's actually way less than that. Each team probably scored like 6 points in 6 minutes. It was ridiculously low scoring, and that's why I such a gripe with the Knicks. I'm like, you're supposed to be beating this team down. The Bucks literally have nobody on the court that can score, because the Bucks at one point in that game, they had, I think it was Cole Anthony, who I know can hoop, but still. It was Cole Anthony, Amir Coffey, Kyle Kuzma, Torian Prince, Bobby Portis. And I was like, who on this court right now can score? Who's the number one right now? And it felt like it was Kuz, honestly. I'm like, this sucks. Cole Anthony is probably the number one at that point. But that's why I was so, what the hell with the Knicks? Because you are a deep team now. You're finally playing your bench. You have guys, and they couldn't pull away. Regardless of that, there's nothing that really impresses me about Milwaukee, other than the fact that Giannis is playing out of his mind right now, and the fact that Rollins, Trent, and Green are all shooting extremely well. And honestly, that's all you need. Golden State, Olden State on the road. They have not left the Pacific yet. At least, their furthest game they've had to play was up in Portland, Oregon. They're a 4-1 team this season. Their only loss is in Portland against the Blazers. They won that Tuesday night game. Again, it was Olden State versus the Unction in Los Angeles, and Olden State won. Now, again, the Unction looks horrible. I mean, the Los Angeles Clippers, oh my goodness. Wow. They are a mess, is what I'm getting to here. The Clippers are horrible. Anyways, the Warriors win the game 98-79, right? The Clippers can't even break 80. Harden scores 20 points in the first half and then conveniently doesn't score ever again. It's fine. We didn't play that. I just saw that a lot on Twitter. Saw a lot of people complaining about that. But anyways, right? Warriors going all the way to Milwaukee to play this game. You're on the road. I don't know. Like, they're playing all right. I'm still not blown away with this team. And yeah, we picked them to beat the Clippers because I thought the Clippers were pretty bad. And I saw Warriors at plus money. I was like, oh, that's a ridiculous line. And it was. It was a ridiculous line. But I don't know. I think Milwaukee's going to get them this game. Again, the Warriors are starting Curry, Podziemski, Jimmy, Kuminga, Draymond. You got, Buddy Hield and company, Al Horford off the bench, Quentin Post. I don't know. The Bucks are going to be able to score. Milwaukee, here's the thing, right? Warriors, they can keep up, obviously, and they can play that high-scoring affair, but I don't know. I feel like the Bucks are going to really put it on them. Look at the points the Bucks have scored so far this season. 133 against Washington, 122 against Toronto, 113 against Cleveland, and 121 against the New York Knicks. And again, that is all set up by the fact that Giannis is just that good and the fact that he has credible shooters around him, plus Miles Turner. So I think the Bucks are going to be fine here. I'm going to take Milwaukee money line at home, plus 120 to beat the Golden State Warriors. Again, home factor as well. Not a nationally televised game. It's on NBA TV. So there it is. I'm going to take the Bucks. By the way, did you see that Inside the NBA has one more episode all the way until Christmas? Huh? I thought, ESPN. Just leave it to ESPN to ruin everything. That's why I thought Inside the NBA was going to Prime. That would have been great. But no, they're on ESPN. Whatever. It's okay. Give me Bucks money line, plus 120 to beat the Golden State Warriors. Our final best bet of the video, we go to San Antonio, Texas. I have not gotten to talk about Wemby that much this year. I think it's actually only the second Spurs game we've covered all year long. The first was actually the Cooper Flag game, Cooper Flag's debut, where, we swung and a miss on Cooper Flag's over on points. But we're going today, San Antonio Spurs minus 5.5 in Miami, or at home against Miami. And you might think, well, this Spurs undefeated run needs to end eventually. They're 4-0. Are they beating the best teams? Not really. I think the Toronto win's impressive, but I mean, Dallas on the road, we've seen the Mavs are not that good right now. New Orleans on the road in overtime. Okay, again, you find a way to win, but I'm not thrilled at all about what the Pelicans have this season. And then win against the Nets. Okay, the Nets are just extremely young. Their average age feels like it's 24. So good on San Antonio for winning basketball games. But anyways, they get the Miami Heat. And sure, is the Suns' run going to end eventually of just, winning every single game? It's going to. It's not going to end, though, until next Wednesday, November 5th, where they go to Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. They're going to win their next two games, don't get me wrong. They're going to beat Miami tonight, and then on Sunday night, they're going to go to Phoenix, Arizona, and beat the Suns. The Suns in there, just random shooters. Royce O'Neal only attempts three-pointers and hits every single one. Like, what? Anyways, The Miami Heat are 3-1. They're playing good football. Or good football. They're playing good basketball. They lost their first game against the Orlando Magic, which is looking weirder by the day now, even though the Magic are probably going to be okay, I think. I don't know. And then Miami's won 3 straight, winning in Memphis, Tennessee against the Grizzlies, beating the New York Knicks, and then beating the Charlotte Hornets. It's a Miami Heat team that is somewhat injured. No Norman Powell in their last game. Tyler Hero still dealing with injuries. And today, Powell has been listed as doubtful. Obviously, Terry Rozier is out due to gambling. Jovic is questionable. And Kasparas Jukunas, the rookie out of Illinois, out as well. So for Miami, you're left with Davion Mitchell, Jaquez, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Khalil Ware. Okay, I mean, like, Khalil Ware is going to be in hell dealing with Wembanyama. If they put Khalil Ware or Adebayo, I don't care who it's going to be. What Victor Wembanyama is doing right now is absurd. And this is what, everyone thought eventually was going to happen, and it was just a matter of when it will happen. And obviously, injuries/blood clot last year stunted the, continuous progression and growth of Victor Wembanyama. But this is ultimately what we eventually thought we were going to get, which was Victor Wembanyama being the best player in the National Basketball Association. He may be. I think for now it's still SGA, and I say until Wembanyama wins the Most Valuable Player and wins a ring, I would still say it is SGA's league, because it has to be, right? I mean, for as great as Wembanyama's looking right now, for the fact that right now he looks like the greatest player to ever step on a basketball court. I'm so serious. It's like the argument sometimes make about Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen at his best. I'm not saying right now in the current, last week he's playing the best football of all time. But like when Josh Allen's in his the Josh Allen that we saw play the Baltimore Ravens, that's the best football player to ever go out there and do it. Tom Brady was amazing too, obviously, and no one's going to be greater than Tom Brady, but Josh Allen's straight ability may be better than anybody else. Not saying he's smarter than a guy like Tom, not saying he's going to make better reads than a guy like Brady, but when you watch Josh Allen play, I don't know if I've seen a better talent. That's the same thing with Wembanyama. I'm not telling you he's greater than LeBron, greater than Jordan, better right now than SGA, but physically and ability speaking, he should have the potential to actually carry out and be the best player we've ever seen play the sport. Anyways, just like Macklin Celebrini in the NHL, he's 19 and he feels like he's a top 5 player in the sport. I don't talk hockey quite a bit, but I don't talk hockey at all actually. But he's like Macklin Celebrini. My goodness. Anyways, Victor Wembanyama, he's unstoppable. He is. So far this season, Wembanyama is averaging 31 points a game, 14 rebounds a game. Absurd stuff, and 5 blocks a game too. I mean, the guy had 9 blocks in one game against New Orleans. It's crazy. Now, will he win the MVP this year? I don't know. I think it's dependent on a lot of how San Antonio plays, and I don't know, it's just Shea's numbers too, and what the Thunder's record is. There's a very good chance OKC legitimately wins 70 games this season, so I don't know how you can't give it to SGA in that fashion. But I mean, right now in the MVP race, 1 Shea, 2 Victor Wembanyama. This is odds-wise. 1 Shea, 2 Wemby, 3 Jokic, 4 Luka, 5 Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then it's literally just everybody else. It's Ant, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham. So, that's your clear top 5. Yeah, Wemby should be there. And they're playing tremendous basketball. Obviously, right, shout out to the NBA for continuously just giving this team, more prospects. But it's okay. Or more young players. Dylan Harper randomly ends up in San Antonio, because of course. No De'Aaron Fox tonight. That's fine. Again, you still got Dylan Harper. You got Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Victor Wembanyama. I just think that's a lot of trouble for Miami, in my opinion, and I just don't think the Heat are as good as their record indicates. Yeah, you're 3-1, but you beat the Grizz, good win. You beat New York, who I guess is not very good, and you beat Charlotte. Okay, eventually looking to Bam, just beyond Bam. What? Andrew Wiggins, Jaquez, Davion Mitchell, no Norman Powell tonight. That's just not a great lineup, in my opinion, to stack up against San Antonio and Victor Wembanyama for a team that is undefeated and a team I believe remains undefeated. Again, no De'Aaron Fox tonight. He is out. Fox is out with a hamstring injury. Again, not surprised. He's still out, obviously. He has not played all year long. Not surprised he's not back yet. That's fine. I'm going to be taking the Spurs to win this game, though. Give me San Antonio to win and cover. They should really put it on the Heat tonight. I'm going to go San Antonio -5.5 from the Frostbank Center over in San Antonio, Texas. Folks, thank y'all for watching our 5 best bets for October 30th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you did disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.